Hi, my name is Trey. I graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in computer science from the Virginia Military Institute in 2015. That same summer, right after graduation, is when I began to actively trade stocks. My first trade was actually a very profitable one in the stock ticker CRBP. That's probably why I'm still trading today. Who knows what would have happened if that first trade was red, right? After that, for the next year and a half, 2 years, I would say, I went on the typical beginner's journey of thinking I knew everything combined with getting my information from very poor sources. I would be all over StockTwits, all over Reddit, and just trading whatever they were talking about. And obviously, over that 1.5 to 2 year period, I was a losing money trader. At some point, I realized this just wasn't working. So I began to establish rules and, at the very least, began to follow my rules. Now, they weren't very good rules because I still didn't exactly know what it took to be a profitable trader yet. But I would say from roughly 2017 to 2020, I was at least a break even trader. Once again, I was following rules. So at least the randomness of the stock market was keeping me afloat, even though I didn't have yet a profitable edge. Then in 2020, it was kind of that enough is enough moment for me, right? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So it was either time that I quit trying to actively trade stocks or I found a completely different path. That is when I discovered system trading and I began to understand that my knowledge and my education of how to code could be useful in determining my edge against the stock market. So I began developing codes within Thinkorswim. I figured that I could utilize code to prove the statistics of a strategy before I attempted to trade it in real money trading. And I figured the worst case scenario that could happen is that I would still be better than I was as a break even discretionary trader. There was no way that utilizing code in this way could make me a worse trader. And for the most part, I was very correct. It wasn't like right away I instantly started making a ton of money. I had to learn what worked, which is a really, really great process of coding your trading strategies. Over time, it's more than just, hey, this individual strategy works or this individual strategy works. You begin to learn central ideas of how the market works and what studies and what price action you can be utilizing to make money in various different market conditions. So it took me maybe a year or two to really flesh that out. But even from the very beginning, I was already doing better than I was as a discretionary trader. Now, at this time, I was live streaming my trades every single morning. I don't do that anymore. Since then, I've had 2 kids. I run this business now. There's just absolutely no time to do that anymore. But at the time, I was. And what began to happen was my viewers would begin asking me for access to the codes that they could see me using and profiting on every single day. And I don't know if your grandfather taught you this, but mine did. If you're good at something, never do it for free. I'm not willing to just give away every single code that I've worked hours and hours and hours on, not to mention all the years of experience I've built up to know how to build the codes, right? Thus, daytradingstrategies.net was born. And what I thought would just be a little side thing just to sort of help some of the viewers of the live stream that wanted to access my codes has now turned into a very large business for me with over 1,700 paying members that have signed up to both access my codes and take this coding course. So now about this course, the first and I think most important thing to know up front is that there is no previous coding knowledge required. If I come down to this is weird. I'm actually remaking this video right now, so this is a weird time loop for me. Anyway, if I actually come down to the course layout here, you can see chapter 1 takes you through even like the basics of Thinkorswim. You don't even have to understand really the Thinkorswim platform at all. I will guide you through that as well. And then there is an entire section on basic coding terminology and concepts. I will take you from knowing, once again, nothing about code to that foundation level all within the first chapter, and then all the way through all the chapters, all the sections, of which there are 39. By the end of it, you will be able to code in Thinkorswim exactly as I am now with my 5 years of experience in doing so. Upon signing up, you will also get lifetime access to this Discord server, which will be made up only of people who know how to code in Thinkorswim or are using my Thinkorswim custom code. So it will be a great place for like-minded investors to talk about their coding questions or talk about what they're finding works well for them in their backtesting to help the entire community. Now, the course is expensive. I'll hold my hands up and I'll say that. And I know what I'm about to say is going to sound self-serving as I'm the one selling this course, but I'm a really firm believer in paying up for your education. If I sold you this course for $15, or even worse, if I gave it to you for free, you simply wouldn't do it. Did you know that Harvard offers multiple hundreds of classes for completely free? Did you know the rate of success from people that sign up to those classes versus who completes them is less than 3%? If you don't put an investment into your education, your mind will simply not do it. This is called the sunk cost fallacy. It's something that psychologists have studied for multiple decades. Anyway, jumping into it now, you will see the price of the course is $2,000. This is, of course, a one-time payment. Once you have paid for the course, you will have lifetime access to it. So even after you finish the course, it is meant to serve as an always existing point of reference for you. So if you have any questions throughout your kind of coding career post-course, you will be able to reference back to the course itself and help you sort of refresh and re-jog your memory, right? I also just want you to consider the context. Whenever you spend money, context matters. You're not like spending $2,000 on a dirt bike or something here. You're spending $2,000 on a skill that you are going to have for the rest of your life. So really, the question you have to ask yourself is, do you think knowing how to code your own custom studies, scanners, strategies, alerts, conditional orders, etc. in Thinkorswim could help you make an extra $2,000 over the course of your trading career? I'm not legally allowed to answer that question for you, but if the answer is yes, then the course is a positive return on investment. And one last thing I'll point out that I find to be very, very important to the course is that it is completely mobile friendly. Here is the course loaded up on my mobile device, and you can see it works well. The video will load in. It's all very easily scrollable and readable. So the next time you're traveling, the next time you're at work with your headphones in and want to listen to the course like a podcast, the next time you're sitting on the toilet, you can be learning a life-changing skill directly from your mobile device. So if you truly believe that the course could be a positive return on investment for you, click on the sign up button today and get started on the next chapter in your trading journey. And I look forward to talking to you in the Discord server.